Hello everybody, welcome to Inside Line Racing and welcome to round 19 here at the Mexican Grand Prix. And is this it? Is this going to be championship day? Carriage has got a pretty sizable lead, I think somewhere in the 60s, I need to check it again. But it's certainly high and it's certainly in his hands today. It's qualifying at the moment, so we've got 15 minutes to work with everything. Hopefully I'll be able to find championship standings in that time. But for now, we're seeing everyone going out on their initial runs. And in a race today that I think could be a two-stop, we may be seeing a very interesting strategy. I think it's a, 30-something lap race. So the tyres here are the softest they could possibly be. The hypers, the ultras, and the supers, which is just a disaster for everyone. So yeah, we'll see. But initial quality laps will be interesting. I imagine they'll likely all qualify on the ultras and then maybe do super, something like that. But I can't see it one stop being possible. Even ultras to supers just seems really unlikely. But we'll see. You never know. Maybe these guys are genies or something. Anyway, Johnny sets the first lap of the day. And it's a decent one. 14.7. Nice to get off the mark with something. Don Rajiv there crossing the line, 1.3 seconds off the pace. And yeah, we've got Penske across the line as well. Shapley, he's on a hypersoft, so interesting to see that as he comes through in his Cyber, and he goes fastest, 1 second quicker than Johnny. Ugh, it's really irritating. I can't remember the points gap. Ugh. I mean, really irritating, as you can imagine. Oh, damn it. Hell and heck. Anyway, yeah. Well, just ignore that for now, shall we? Feel free to be chatting in, well, the chat. The three of you that are here at the moment. Do feel free to say hi. I will be in the chat and having fun as we watch the initial laps come through. I do hope that we also can't hear the jet engine in the background. Always something important to not hear. I think it's got quieter recently, but yeah, fingers crossed it stays good. So yeah, most people are doing their first laps on supers. It's a possibility that they could be starting on them. So we'll see how that all works out. Jos is heading through to the end of his lap now. And we'll see how he does. Penske's done 2 laps there on the supers if you look at the top of the screen there. So he's going round and round in circles. Very short lap round here, as you can see, as Jos becomes the fastest of the super top runners by some way as well. And yeah, crosses the line. Who else is out on the lap at the moment? Lord Elephant. He's out there on a lap. I'm going to try not laughing when I say his name today, because I think I enjoy his name too much. That's the issue. But anyway, as he comes up towards the line in the Williams, and he goes 3rd place. Not too bad, but the slowest out of the 2 ultra soft laps so far. So maybe bad. You never know. We'll have to wait and see later on what exactly goes on. Iceman out there on a lap in his yellow Renault. We'll see how he gets on. 15th at the moment. We also got, I think, MK Bourne out there on a lap. Wonder if he's further ahead on the track. He is into the 3rd sector now, but he is on 0. I wonder if it was just an out lap. It's just yeah, changed to you know, proper lap. They're saying in our chat actually that Shapley had a really decent lap there, so maybe it's a potential for pole. We'll wait and see. Obviously, you know, they aren't gonna want to start on hypers, are they? Because they do burn out in literally 2 laps. I'm not kidding you. From my experience on this game, on a pad obviously, so of course it's gonna be a bit skewed, but on a pad it's absolute living hell. Not on a pad, maybe okay. Anyway, Jamie, he's Well, he's fallen away in the championship, hasn't he? He was top not too long ago, and it's sort of fallen apart in the second half of the season for him. He wasn't ever able to get that elusive win, I don't think. So yeah, maybe there's still time. I think with the way the championship standings is anyway, I think he has to win every single race for Carriage to take it. I had championship standings up before the stream started, but for some reason on the website it only shows their positions in the races, not the actual points that they're sitting on. And I'm not very good with my maths and all that. I mean, I did alright, but didn't have time to do all the calculations. Yeah, if I could talk English as well, not very good at that apparently. And yeah, so I didn't really have time to calculate the standings. But I imagine it's looking slim for Jamie's chances anyway. But yeah, he needs to really get a win on the board today, doesn't he? If he really wants a chance. So yeah, a good quali lap will help him nicely. He'll be looking to go into the front row with his teammate, and he can probably do that. Don't see why not. He's fast enough. He's capable. And through the final corner he comes. He does. He goes second place. This is a Cyber 1-2 at the moment. Now let's ride on board. Johnny is on a set of the Hypersauce. I see Shapley also on a set. And no disrespect to Johnny, but we're going to catch Shapley basically before the first corner, and he's higher up, so there's a chance he'll be quicker. So this will be an interesting dynamic actually. See how he gets such with his teammate there. That really helps him out. Good team play there from the two Cybers. Obviously 1 and 2 at the moment, so they're really yeah, going for it. And yeah, he probably want to be in the low 13s to 12s, don't he? If he's on the Hypersauce. I assume this is his first lap on the Hypers. And I'm now cycling through the chat very quickly to try and find the championship status. Ah, there we go. 62 points is the gap at the top. So there we go. That means basically that yeah, 13 points. Jamie has to beat King. Well, how is Jamie? That is Dampert or Carriage there in 16th. I don't think Carriage likes to qualify anymore. I don't know if he's allowed to or what. But anyway, yeah. I think it's the same thing with Will or Zenki in ILR3. Where they just, no, you're not qualifying. It's not fair on the rest of them. Because he will probably be going up to ILR4 next season, and I'm kind of terrified because, that's where I'm going. Anyway, point is 62 point advantage for Carriage at the moment. That means that Jamie has to outscore by 13 points because Carriage has got more wins. So even if he leaves here with a 50-point gap, that's enough to take the title home. So that means, really, that 12 or better, or not 12 or better, third or better, 12 from another. Third or better, I think, will guarantee it, and that's with Jamie winning. So yeah. For Jamie to keep this title alive, he needs third or better, and that'll be third with Carriage not scoring, and in second place would need I think 8th or lower for Carriage, and then obviously first would be third or lower. So yeah, Jamie really does need to go for the win today, and we'll see if he can do so. Lord Elephant is not using his ERS, I don't know if it's because he's saving it or what, but we've rode on board this far, I might as well keep it going because there's no one else on a lap, I don't think, on the Hypers. I'm just wondering, yeah, he's not really pushing, is he? Let's find someone else. Anyone actually on a lap? Okay, let's get his teammate. Erlandown is starting a new lap now. His last one was a 16-1. He'll be wanting to improve that a tad to get himself into the top 10 at least. Maybe getting up towards his teammate. He'll be looking, I guess, to be 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around there, where all the ultras are. It's hard to tell when they are current tyre and, best tyre. I'll check that now actually while we're on that subject. Yeah, so actually not many of them are on Hypers, but a lot of them are going to Hypers now. So maybe Hypers for 2 stuff, like, tell me in the chat what you think, because I really don't know about this strategy. Because I'm going into this thinking this is 100% a 2-stop. But hold on a minute, Lenny. Hold on, Lenny has just told me that Fun Aid. Remember Fun Aid used to be in this tier. He's top 100. What? That's jokes. That's jokes. I'm not happy about that. Anyway, here's your landing. 7th. You know, I said he wanted to be there. He probably didn't, but he's there. So take it. Enjoy it. Here's Johnny in the McLaren, who shall go off board now because that's out of style. Oh God. I'm going to assume that's Carriage saying he's 117th as well. Is that Carriage saying that? Still trying to learn. I'm still trying to make sure that plus Tekken is actually him. Do confirm. And there is Johnny into the pits. I mean, they're doing laps on hypers, but they're not necessarily finishing them. So, that'll be interesting to see. A lot of the ILR5 guys. Okay, thank you. You've confirmed that you are Carriage. And can you just confirm once again that you are not allowed to qualify because you're too good? Because he is too good. And yeah, a lot of people are starting last night, but not necessarily finishing them, which I guess makes sense because I don't think they're the best car. But yeah, do tell us as well in the chat, what do you think the strategy is here? Because I would have thought it'd be a 2-stop. I would have thought, you know, ideally, obviously I'm on a pad, so I'll be extremely conservative, but genuinely what I'd be doing is something like ultras to supers to supers, because my ultras have been melted in about 5 laps at the race, and then, you know, supers going to go much further. It's a long race, this one. There's a lot of laps, and the S's are absolutely pure, not total cancer. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. Yeah, I think that's Lewis and they're saying 2-stop as well. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see what these guys do. It's the first time, I think, this season we're going to have to see what a multi-stop race is going to be like. Because, I think most of them have just been 1-stops, you know, harder tire, the softest tire, or something like that. You know, normally you can just do the alternate strategy, but this time there are so many different options for this. With 2 stops, it's going to be really interesting. And, yeah. We've got 3.5 minutes to go, so it really is crunch time now. It is time to see what everyone's strategy is going to be like. Like I say, I don't really know what's going to happen. Carriage is coming out, so he's actually crying in the chat for Lucas helmet. I think he said he was running a special gold helmet. You know, I would say don't celebrate too early, but I don't blame him because if I was in his situation, I'd probably have a number 1 on my car and everything. But yeah, the 2s looks like Zeds, don't they? It's weird. Anyway, yeah, he's got a special golden helmet, predicting his championship glory today. Obviously, in real F1, this is a place where the championship has been decided for the last 2 years on the trot, with Lewis Hamilton coming out and topping both of them. And in ILR as well, we've seen championships decided here. ILR3 in Season 2, the inaugural ILR3 season. We saw Brandon take it here, I believe. I think on the penalties, actually, it went down to. Because the way from 2017 worked, it would give you a 10-second penalty, but wouldn't add it. And then it has to be added post-race. So, yeah, bit of a nerve-wracker, but Brandon did take that one home that day. So, yeah, this is a track that is known for taking some championships, and we'll see. It should claim an F1 today, but we'll see. And Carriage does start his lap, but he's at the start, so that's boring. So let's find someone who's actually somewhat into the lap, like Johnny in his McLaren. Jeez, looking at that livery, it's so plain, isn't it? At least the new one's got a bit more blue on it, a bit more stuff. Similar to Taja, he's went up to 3rd place there, really nice lap. And oh, Lanny says Blizzard can 1-stop. Yep, and he's on a pad. You know, as everyone knows, though, he is an actual genius. I don't know what he is, but he's mad. So really, I don't really care what he does. You know, anyone could do what he does. Then, well, no one could do what he does. That's the point. There's no way of comparing it to anyone. He's just a madman on a pad. Anyway, yeah. Lord Elephant fan club. Let's see what he can do. Shapley's come back out. Has he got enough time? That is tight. That is really pushing the boundaries there. And Jamie hasn't come back out again. He's decided he's going to just sit on them ultras. But Shapley going out there once again. We'll see how that one goes. Lord Elephant may catch him on his lap. But since he is the highest of the people who are actually on a lap, we shall follow him round. We've only got 36 seconds to go, so I really will be keeping an eye on Shapley as we keep going. MK Bourne retires in the session. A lot of people now starting to retire. As you can see, Carriage not qualifying, he's starting last. And yeah, don't forget that Jamie has to outscore him by 13 points at least today, and that means he has to finish on the podium at the very least. If he doesn't, it's all over. And yeah, if he finishes third, then obviously Carriage can't finish in the points, and Shapley did make it. But yeah, obviously if Jimmy's third, then Carriage can't score a single point. If he's second, then Carriage can score 8. What I mean, let's load out in a second. I think I may have balls that up. Hold on a minute. Let's try again. Retract that. If Jamie's third, Carriage can't score. If Jamie is second, Carriage must be 8 or lower, I think. And then if Jamie wins, which won't happen, but if it does, then I think it'll need to be 4th or 3rd. Just, yeah, it has to be 3rd or better, because yeah, it would give him the 49 point gap if he was 3rd, so, or 4th, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that on the grid again, because I'm very good at getting my own facts mixed up. Anyway, Shapley, he's retired from the session. He's not having a good time. And Noel, last man across the line. Here he comes. He will finish this one. And it's P5. Now, Lenny's now bragging about getting Lord Elephant into ILR. Well, I need to give you respect tonight. Oh, dear. I'll give you respect by smashing into the wall on lap 1. How's that sound? Anyway, yeah. That is qualifying then. Not quite the Cyber Masterclass that it was looking to be, but it is still a Cyber on pole. Shapley from Lord Elephant, Jamie, Simulantasia, Noel, Johnny, Yoss, Little Piece, Zuidema, Salah, Erlandine, Domaji, Pinsky, Yowapmeet, Smudge, Iceman, MP Bourne, and the champion in waiting, possibly, we'll see. Carriage in last. So, it's going to be an entertaining race. It looks like it's going to be a 2-stop strategy, but we will see what Yoss can do. He starts in the top 10 on the super soft tire. He's going to go long into this race. VSR Lambo says ultra soft to super soft is the best option. So he says that 1-stop is possible. We'll see what these guys can do, obviously. We have, like I say, Yoss on the supers. We've got plenty of ultras out there. So, we'll see. Really, this is a bit of a guessing game. This is the first race of the week here. I think ILR6 is scheduled to be pissing it down, quite frankly. So, not really useful for strategies, unfortunately, for anyone who wants to copy that. And, yes, yep, it's pissing it down. So, looks like everyone's going to be having to come here for all their strategies. Good luck cheating for your strategy here. I hope it's good strategy that is going to be sealing. Hope everyone actually knows what they're doing. As Lenny says, we have no idea. And to be fair, that's true. Normally you have sort of an idea what the strategy is going to be. I haven't got a clue. Nor does anyone else, except for Lambo, because he says he did ultras to supers in a different league. And you know, actually, I think Chill Drive was in here earlier on. He was saying about me not getting locked out. I missed out on my chance to see what the strategy may be for here, because I did get locked out. Our gate was locked and I couldn't get to the door. So I missed out on a race on Saturday, which would have let me see the strategy for this. Disaster. So it's all about guessing, I think. So they are all on to the formation lap now. And actually, to be really honest with you, I think being third is possibly the best place for Jamie to be, because on a straight this long, you really don't want to be on pole or second, because everyone behind is going to be straight into your slipstream, and you're going to have no one to slipstream ahead of you. So look out for the second row, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they all head down to turn 1. In my personal opinion, this is the one race of the season where you're most likely to see a huge accident, because it has just got all the ingredients of a horror crash. But yeah, let's not assume that ILR5 are going to bin it, because come on, of course they won't. These guys know what they're doing. You know, they've both got the number 15 on, the two Cybers. A number notorious of myself, who is retired from more than half of the races in ILR3. I think I've only finished 8, if I remember correctly, because we all got these stats put into our respective chats in our respective league chats, and I think I only got 8 finishes this season. So maybe number 15 isn't the best option for these guys, but they have opted to go for it. So I don't know if omens really help here, but last time a number 15 was on pole here, that I remember, it was myself, and I binned it about 2 laps into the race, so it's the end for Chapelili. It's it, over. S's, you're dead. But I mean, a number 15 in the same race took the title, so number 15 has good omens and bad omens, so we'll see how it works. Anyway, Paul McGinnis is saying, yes, it better rain in ILR3 so that I die. Need I remind you, Paul, that I actually did get that pole in changeable conditions in the rain at Mexico, so maybe it isn't the worst idea to have it rain. Anyway, this is an ILR3, this is ILR5, and this could be the title decider. Is this Carriage's day as the 5 lights come on? They get away, and that was a decent start from the Williams. Don't know if that was a jump start. Nothing popped up on the screen. You may just be lagging a bit, but it's a decent start from Jamie. He's already getting into the slipstream, as well as Simulatagia. And as I said, they were going to have a really good start that second row, and they're nearly 4 abreast into turn 1. Chapelili leads it from his teammate Jamie. There's a bit of chaos in the background, as you can see. There's a lot of chaos and debris everywhere, but it's the 2 Cybers getting away well. Perfect possible start for them. Will they do a swap at some point? We'll need to wait and see. But if it comes to it, I imagine they will do so. Carriage is still last, but he's going to try to get by. You can see there's a lot of side-by-side action and a lot of contact as well. Hopefully everyone's getting through here okay. As McLaren now of Smudge is really sliding about. And they're also struggling for grip on this first lap. But they are all still alive. So it is a Cyber 1-2 from Lord Elephant, Simulatagia, Yoss, Johnny, Littlepiece, Noel, and I think there's, oh dear, it's all starting to go off, isn't it? Where's all that then? That's Sweden off. I'm trying to see what the other one was. I thought Dom Regime had lost some places as well. But there may have just been a lot of just stuff happening. But yeah. Carriage then. He's made 3 places on the opening lap. Let's see what everyone else has been able to do. Biggest winner here is MK Bourne. He's went from 17th on the grid up to 11th already. What a stunning start there for the Mercedes driver, who said he wouldn't have a chance at the podium, I don't think, today. Maybe if he keeps it up, he might find himself on there. We'll see. He's on decent tyres. We will have a look later on. Obviously, all I know him for is a bottle in Monaco, so you've got to get redemption for that eventually, right? So the order at the end of lap 1, if I can try and confirm it without someone going for their frickin' pass, as Yoss goes up into 4th place. So just do this very quickly. If anyone passes, I don't care. So it is Chapelili leading the race from Jamie, Lord Elephant, Yoss, Simulatagia, Johnny, Littlepiece, Noel, Saleh, Don Rajiv, MK Bourne, Pinsky, Smudge, You What Mate, Carriage, Iceman, Erlandine, and Tweedema in the pits at the end of lap 1. After having a collision in the S's, I believe, and IT comes into the race again. I'm nearly about to be lapped. It's only about 30 seconds away from being lapped, so it's a shame to see it happen that quickly for him, but this race is pretty much over unless there's a safety car. The 36 lap long race, so certainly a possibility, especially with these guys all fighting hard. We will obviously keep an eye on Carriage, because I think Smudge had to pit as well now. He's got some form of damage on his McLaren, which moves the championship leader up another position. We've got Pinsky there going for the move on the outside of MK Bourne, trying to undo some of the Mercedes drivers' progress, as into turn 1, almost a dive bomb there from MK Bourne into the back of Don Regime. Luckily they avoided each other, and it was decent defence at the end of the day there, and Lord Elephant has caught right up to the back of Jamie, so Jamie not having the pace that maybe he wanted on the start here. He's still in the position to keep this championship going all the way to Brazil, but it is only lap 3, so we will certainly see how that's all gonna go at the end. We've got Don Rajiv now passing Saleh, so he goes from being under pressure to making overtakes, and there's MK Born right around the outside. Can he get that one done? No, he has to back off. And Pinsky now right on the back, and Saleh loses it, and that's one of the issues with the S's here. His tyres overheat, and that's exactly what happens when you put too much heat into them. You're just going to spin off. And that's the exact thing that I am really worried about in ILR3. And yeah, that's the pad user's issue around this track. So that brings out the yellow flag, but he should be okay to continue. Lord Elephant though, he is going to have some DRS. He's on hot lap mode, and I think there's only one detection point as well on this track as Smudge retires in the race. So Jamie's going to have nothing to come back with if Lord Elephant goes to the move here, which he should do. Down the inside to turn 1. The Williams driver gets ahead of Jamie, who is still in championship position, but barely, because there's Carriage trying to get a move done. I think he was briefly ahead of you, but he decided to not go for it in the end. Maybe this was a risky move. You can see his championship winning position right in front of him. There's a lot of lagging as Smudge actually leaves the session there. The Carriage with a good run on the inside. Does he have a go on the Ferrari? No, not at the moment. And Don Rajiv, he's struggling a little bit out there, isn't he? He's yeah, getting a bit of a train behind him, so we'll keep an eye on that. But what I really want to keep an eye on, just as Joss is a bit offline there, I really want to keep an eye on that super soft and the ultra soft compared to the hyper soft. Obviously, we're seeing Lord Elephant working really well, as well as Shapley need to pull away from Jamie and get past in Lord Elephant's case. So we'll see if Jamie can come back. You would imagine that he can, but we'll have to wait and see. On to the DRS straight. It is one of the longest straights on the calendar, so it should be rather easy to get into the section and get by. So we'll see how Jamie handles it. Down the main straight and towards turn 1. Not going to be close enough on the first attempt, I don't think, but if he can just get his braking nice and you know, smooth and easy. As Little Piece gets by around the outside. Really nicely done there as Jamie gets a 3-second time penalty, trying too hard to get by. A bit of contact between these two as well. And this is going to bring Noel into the equation. Jamie at the end of the second DRS straight, not close enough to make a move. And Little Piece just about staying ahead because Noel is down the inside now on Johnny and not able to get that one done. And let me ask in the chat there, who is the Hulkenberg? That's a good question of ILR5. Well, I mean, Jamie has been on the podium, but he's never won. So it might as well. I mean, there's no one else really a Hulkenberg type character apart from Jamie. So, you know, I'm happy to say Jamie would be the Hulkenberg of this here. Mainly just because he's somehow never managed to win. And look at that, Lord Elephant's tyre is really overheating now. And he is struggling to keep grip. There's a bit of a train behind him. Will he pit? It's too early. He just has to keep with it. And this could cause a bit of an issue. Because as soon as one car gets by, the rest of them are going to be all over him. There goes Jamie on Lord Elephant. And look at the run that Yoss has got. He may have a go on Jamie into turn 1, who defends on the inside, which could leave Yoss open to go on the outside, which he will have a look at doing, but he doesn't really want to interfere with a championship challenger. As Lord Elephant tried to defend, but there's just nothing he can do. Somehow he got his car into a position to sort of halt Yoss's progress. And look at that. Is that Johnny going around the outside, or is that Sumlan Taja? It's Sumlan Taja, apologies. And they're going 3 abreast now. They're really all doing all they can to try and get by Lord Elephant. He's just lost 3 places in one sort of sequence of events. Oh dear, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? Shouldn't really have stayed in that, and that may actually be a bit of an unsafe rejoin as well, as Noel nearly went off to Narnia there. But yeah, Yoss, I don't think really Lord Elephant should have defended that harshly. I mean, Yoss was always going to get by, should have just let him go at that point. But yeah, the rejoin from Yoss may not have been the cleanest. He may get in trouble for that, but either way, he's already down into P12. So I'd say the damage has already been done, don't you think? And that's a real shame, but what it does do, as round the outside goes Carriage, it brings him up a position up to P12 now as Lord Elephant inevitably pits. You can see Iceman just being held up by Yoss, trying to lose as little time as possible into the pits. And yeah, It's a shame to see his race go that way. Lord Elephant gets out of the pits. Will he be facing any investigation for the incident? I wouldn't be at all surprised, as Little Piece goes right round the outside, which turns to the inside, and we're going to go free abreast again as he makes contact with both of them. Little Piece, unbelievable there. Noel around the outside into P4 now. I don't know, he was like 8th at the start of the last lap, and he's done it. Round the outside, nicely done there from the Haas driver. It's a Haas 3-4, it's a Ferrari 1-2-3-4. That's a good job by the customer teams to be right up there. And Noel doing a great job so far. He must have made a lot of places up on this start. Only one. He must have fell down earlier on then. MK Bourne, he's made 10 and he's right on the back of this as well. And he is really one driver who has been moving properly quickly. And especially with Little Piece hounding the back of that McLaren. He could very much get very close, MK Bourne, in his Mercedes. In fact, he's already arrived. There he is on the DRS activation. And let's see then. Little Piece, he may well get through without even needing a DRS. The big worry though is the fact that MK Bourne is effectively going to get a bit of a double DRS effect. He's going to get the slipstream that Little Piece had on Johnny, and he's going to use that to close up to the both of them. And while they go side by side into turn 1, MK Bourne is going to be nice and conservative and just to wait for the gap to open. And when Little Piece doing that, the gap has opened. Little bit of contact side by side. I reckon they're probably free abreast, and they are. Down the second DRS straight, MK Bourne right to the outside of the track, being personally off the track. They're keeping on in there. Does he get by? He's going to force his car to the inside. He probably won't be happy being pushed onto the grass, quite frankly. And he'll want that play as he's waving his hands out of the cockpit. What are you doing, he says. He gets up to P5 though. That is some great driving. And we're seeing Johnny trying to get around the outside of Little Piece. So Little Piece got his man, but he got taken by the Mercedes as well. So, not bad, but could be better. But Little Piece, he's cutting some corners. He's trying to come back. Is my way through, and by the way, look at this train. 7 cars in this now. I thought MK Bourne had just dropped it there. I thought he went too deep, but no, just about kept it in there. And now MK Bourne is suddenly the man under all the pressure. Look at that, as Chappellini, the race leader, pits. Jamie takes the net lead for now. He may well lose it later on. I think Johnny's had another poor corner, just like the last lap. You what, mate? He's gonna go for it. Look at the run he's got on Little Piece as well. This could get tasty towards turn 1. This is going to be very close. Will the Ferrari be close enough in towards turn 1 to have a little look on the inside? Yes, he will. He will go for it, but he just about backs off in the end. That means Johnny can go right past him again. Don Regime's closing. Pinsky's hit the back of Don Regime. There's contact there. And there's a bit of front wing flying. And they're still not done yet. And once again, we see a car that was attacking suddenly becoming a car under loads of pressure. And oh, that's so close. Was there much cause on that? I don't think there's any damage, but these guys are really going for it. Free abreast again. And Don Regime hung out to dry there. I don't think he's going to get by Johnny there, but somehow they've all managed to keep their cars, you know, alive. No one's, you know, retired, but there's definitely a bit of front wing damage, I think, for Penske. We'll see if he has to change it. It is a pretty low drag circuit. Here he goes. You want me on the inside, and there he goes up into P5. Little Piece will defend it though. He's going to have the inside for the stadium section, and the crowd are all standing on their feet, seeing these guys go for it, seeing the huge train they got behind as well. 6 cars, and any of them could be P5 by the end of this lap. Oh man, this is going to be tight. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Here he goes, Johnny, and here comes Don Regime, who's going to come out in P5. And genuinely, it could be any one of these 6. Johnny on the outside, if you want me. And I reckon Don Regime fancies following suit. But there's Little Piece making free abreast again. Contact as Little Piece tries desperately to keep his position, but he's losing it. And we've got Don Regime. Surely he has to get through. He's being held up so much here. And Pinsky as well as his teammate, they're all just being held up very tightly. And Don Regime throws one up the inside. He just about misses the Ferrari, but still not able to get by on Little Piece. And nearly another move there, nearly another little bit of his front wing chopped up there for Pinsky. Cannot get by, and somehow only one move was actually made there. And look who's joined the party. It's Chappellini. Remember him? Race leader a few laps ago. He's had to pit, and God knows he had no idea what he was going to come out to. And this is worst case scenario for him. Best case scenario for his teammate, by the way, because he's got all this free ahead of him. He is a bit under pressure, but it really doesn't matter to him. He's ahead. He's got no cars to worry about ahead. And Chaplin did get by on Iceman, but this is such a difficult situation. These guys aren't pitting anytime soon, especially the super soft runners. And Sumalanataja, he may actually have a little look on the lead here. Round the outside to turn 1. How hard does Jimmy fight this? Not very hard. Sumalanataja takes the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix, and behind, they're going for it again, ladies and gentlemen. Right round the outside. Goes you want me, a brilliant move, and he gets it done nice and easily. Looks like Iceman's trying to come back at Schiaparelli. Doesn't quite get by though. And we've got Dom Rajib. He must hit the back of this car also by now. He's tried everything to get by and he's still not able to do it. Lap 11. I mean, these guys just don't stop, do they? Look at that. Lord Elephant's arrived to the party. He's going to get involved as well. We've really got, let's see, what, 7 cars in this? Oh, look at that. Dom Rajib, did he try the inside there, or did Little Piece just sort of lose the back end? Either way, they're all much closer to this group. Again, you've got Johnny over a second away from all this now. So the McLaren and the Ferrari sort of pulled away from all this. But there is Schiaparelli on the inside. Nearly a contact. There is contact between Pinsky and Dom Rajib again. And that is gonna, oh my goodness. Oh, he's nearly gone again. Can he keep it on the island? What on earth is Lord Elephant going to do to get through all this? You must see that and think it's an utter nightmare. And side by side goes Schiaparelli, his Little Piece pits up to P7. And Lord Elephant still got 3 cars to get by to catch up. But Dom Rajib is still going to fight this to the very last. Right round the outside towards turn 1. Can he make this one work on the former race leader? Somebody tells me he may not keep that lead after all this. And he won't get by Dom Rajib. Oh my god. These guys are absolutely going it. They're going for it. They're mad. This is crazy. Unbelievable. These guys are racing so hard. This is some of the best racing I've ever seen. And they're somehow not all crashing into each other. It's extraordinary. So, as you can see really on the timing screens, we sort of got a lot of people looking to try this ultra soft to super soft strategy, and it seems to possibly be working. They've been able to get so far through this, and thanks to all the fighting, Schiaparelli has actually had a chance to get back at it. You know, unless the 2-stop works for him, he's not probably going to win this race, but with all that fighting, he's ended up 6th where he probably wouldn't have before. So he will certainly take all that, like taking candy for a baby on it, isn't it? And there's Jamie. Not fancying a look for the lead there, braking about 100 miles too early for the corner. Doesn't want to risk any damage. He's got carries on in P13. That's absolutely fine. Jamie is still going to be able to hit the shout into Brazil as it stands. And Johnny round the outside to turn 1 on Dom Rajib. He's also got Iceman. Iceman has to back off. I don't think he'll be able to go for any sort of move there now. And MK Bourne, I said he may have a chance. There he is, up into the podium places past Noel. And he is also on a 1-stop. This could be the top, the genuine top 5 we're looking at right now. Sumalanataja from Jamie, MK Bourne, Noel, and Will You Want Me? And quite frankly, I couldn't have predicted that to you at the start of this race. But that could well be what we're looking at here. And we've got Lenny crunching the numbers in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Ian saying Ultra Sauce shall pit on lap 16, while the Super Sauce shall pit on lap 20. So when he's wrong, I can laugh at him, but if he's right, then I guess he can laugh at me. But yeah, so we've got our Ted Kravitz there, telling us exactly what's going on. And Iceman, he's going to try and get by Johnny, as Little Piece gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh dear, that's a bit of a naughty entry to the pits, isn't it? Let's put Lord Elephant right into it there, and he's going to get past on Iceman. Unless the Slipstream and DRS can help, as Schiaparelli goes to the P5, Iceman is going to go around the outside. We've seen this tried so many times today already. And Iceman, he should get free if he can just stick it up the inside here, but he just won't, will he? Unless he gets a decent exit. Well, that was covered off well by Lord Elephant there. Put his car in the right place. Schiaparelli, like I said, up ahead of You Want Me now, so Schiaparelli brings himself into the genuine top 5 now, I think. I hope. for his sake, being on pole and everything really just not going his way if the one stop does work. Carriage, by the way, he's getting closer. He's up to P11, but he is also on a 2-stop strategy, so may not look good for him in that scenario. No, go on, man, stay on the track, fam. Not that hard, is it? And yeah, I'm glad we've had this chance of a breather because I'm absolutely dead. Oh, that all sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? Never ever seen battling like that in my life. Like ILR5. I mean, I've only got this race and 2 more lap years, but I don't want to leave now. Can I just stay? Can I do both at the same time? I'm loving this. Anyway, here comes Chappellini. Oh no! Right round the outside. We've seen this time and time again. Will it work? No. Sticks on the inside. He doesn't want to lose that place, but he slides. So Chappellini gets it done a lot easier than he was expecting, and Lord Elephant takes the inside line, a little bit more traditional this time, and he also gets by nice and easily in his Williams, and that brings Pinsky, or sorry, Iceman, my apologies, into the fight, but not close enough for a move. And my voice is killing me. That was a really bad idea to start shouting during all that, but I mean, can you blame me? can you blame me? The 21 people in here, I'm sure you've been treated to a brilliant first half of this race. I must say, this is really good. I haven't seen anything like this in my life. And Chappellini is about to break MK Bourne Saturday away to take his podium away. He may have a chance to regain it later on, of course, the Mercedes driver, but for now, he may be about to lose it. I guess you could call him a bit of an equal Hulkenberg as well, can't you? But surely Chappellini, on a good run, is about to take back the lead of this race. Soon Natalia and Jamie both pit at the same time. And MK Bourne, he will keep his podium, I guess, so yay. But also, you are, mate? He's on the podium! Yes! That's what you want to see. And there's yellow flags in the middle sector, so I wonder what that's all for. I don't think there's anyone even in the middle sector, is there? Oh, there is. Saleh. Ah, he's broke his front line. He's must have had a bit of a power. Oh! He's had a power slide and a half, and then he's killed himself. Safety car? Don't think that's going to pop out. No. There's going to be no safety car for that one, I don't think. But Saleh out of the race. Oops. And so look at this. This is going to be interesting. I know we're seeing these two very close to each other, but I think this is more interesting. Jamie, look who that is. It is the one and only Carriage. The only issue is Carriage has to pit again, and Jamie doesn't. He's having a much better race down the championship leader right now, and looking at keeping the championship going until Brazil. At least. I mean, with the way he's going at this rate, he's going to take it to a championship finale. I think Jack said in the tweet earlier, championship bottle incoming, and didn't believe him at once, but Jamie certainly looks to be keeping it alive today. I mean, the win is still on the table a little bit. I mean, Tim Lataja has been dominant since he got by, to be brutally honest with you, so maybe it will go to him, but still, there's a long way to go. Here's Yas, get it by, nicely done. No real fight there from Iceman. I think he sort of knew that he was losing that one, and he knows he can fight back later on. And Jamie has got past Carriage in his golden celebration helmet. It's not looking too good at the moment. He's only 10th at the minute, and he's still got to pit again. Although everyone else behind him does have to pit as well. So yeah, we'll see. Apart from Swedeman, but I don't think Swedeman's going to get him anyway. No, sorry, Swedeman does have to pit again, so he pitted on lap 1, didn't he? So, yeah. But yeah, Yoss is finding some late pace here on these wearing Ultra Sauce versus wearing Super Sauce. And he's got a really nice run there, actually. Here he goes. Yellow Sector 2, that could be Iceman. And it is. Was there an incident where it was similar to Tarja? There could well have been. There's no damage on the Haas driver. Lucky. And Jamie would have been hoping and praying there for a second he's going to see his rival in the pits there, probably with a damaged front wing, but no, instead he's going to see his rival attempt to pass Dom Rajiv, a man who's proved very difficult to overtake, but he's also proved difficult to, you know, overtake himself. And we'll see how hard does he defend this one. Jamie watching from behind. doesn't really see much of a view. Don Regib sticks it around the outside. He will keep that place for the time being, and he gives a little love tap to Montage. Don't forget, they could well be in a proper fight later on still. You can't really rule a fight out for these two later on, but Jamie, look at that. He is seeing a chance, and that could be some move around the outside, but Don Regib is still around the outside, and there's a bit of contact. Oh, if there was any room on the inside, I guarantee he'd be taking it right now. But Don Regib loses the place in the end. Is Jamie's hope gone? Nah. Still very much a chance there. But he has to keep out Don Regib. Yellow sector 2 again. That is Iceman doing some donuts and having a nice time, but not scoring any points. Ooh, that's interesting. Don Regib has been overtaken pretty darn quickly. And Carriage is back onto the rear of his teammate. He's lagging a bit. Apologies for that. Can't really control it. Not my fault. Landine as well. He's been overtaken around the outside, but once again that was lag. I don't know who's causing the lag, but they better leave. Unless it's me, because I'm our Lord and Saviour, and I must say here to make sure that you see the best race of all time. Oh, Iceman. Your tyres, my dude, are melted. And Carriage is pitting. Yikes. It's not happening today, is it? I don't think the championship's happening today. I think Jamie's running a second at the minute. And, well, look who it is. His little piece and his best friend Johnny. About to get into some more battling. And our Landine's there too, and Dan Knowles there too, and probably Pinsky, or I don't know, soon. But Johnny, oh, he fancies a look on the inside, nearly contact with our Landine there. He's got a bit of an alien indicator, so I'd be panicking if I was Johnny at the minute, but yes, he's going to be close. You can't do anything. It's there. Oh, he's hit him a little bit on the back, but you can't do anything. Little pieces there, and Noel is there. Oh, there was a contact again there, and our Landine's off the track, and we've now got a proper dive bomb. Oh, that's going to be a spin. Oh, he just know how he keeps it there. Noel really going for it there. He fancied the hero or zero move, and somehow it ended up in neutral, which is boring. Anyway, here they go down the main straight. I'm looking at Lord Elephant as well. I'm seeing a podium. Oh, that was desync and a half. Unless he just lost the back end himself. But that helps him Lantasia a great deal. He'll be saying thank you very much. He'd be tipping his imaginary hat and going on. And here's no round the outside, and then on the inside a big whack from a little piece, but he does get the move done in the end. And we're seeing, oh man, we're seeing Jamie now having to try and get by, and while Lord Elephant is holding up Simulatage, Jamie's gonna be, oh man, I can't imagine the frustration of this. Oh, he's just stuck behind. Look at the opportunity that is lying in front of him. He's trying to keep his championship alive. He can win this race. He has to get this done right on the outside. He does. Jamie, get your foot down if you want to win this championship. Because Simulatage, he's going to get by any second. And he's being held up. Is Jamie in DRS? He could well be. Is that enough? Is Simulatage in DRS as well? He is. And, oh, even worse, Jamie isn't. Oh, is that a chance at the victory gone, I wonder, for Jamie? I mean, he should still keep his championship alive for this. I don't see any reason why it won't be alive. But oh, he must be wondering if that's his chance there. And there's no, he is very close, and he could go wherever he wants, couldn't he? He's got such good straight line speed. But Johnny again fights hard round the outside, and Noel doesn't get through. He has to wait a wee while. And even with that super straight line space, he just can't really get by. Surprising, but he tries on the inside again. That's nearly contact, but doesn't quite make the contact. And I'm just noticing, didn't Chapelini pass Enki-Born just like 10 laps ago? Maybe not 10, but like 5 to 10 laps ago. He's made 9 seconds on him. That's extraordinary. I mean, you've got to ask the question now because, well, yeah, I will ask the question now. Can Shapalili get to the end of the race on them tyres? Has he sort of... Is that his only option now? If he wants to win this race, he has to stay out, surely. When he finishes this race, them tyres are going to be 26 laps old, and that is going to be a challenge. 27 laps old, sorry. Is that possible? What do we think of the chat? Anyway, no, here we go to move again. You want me into the bits. And through goes no. Nice and easily done. And I am here, my brother, absolutely going mental. Oh, it's gone wrong. Oh dear. My explosive family, ladies and gentlemen. Do try and ignore this, do try and ignore this, do try and ignore this. I would turn the mic off, but something interesting might happen. I wish I had signed in my room, honestly. No, no, okay. Ignore that then. You got me, he's got a 3-second time penalty. And look where he's ended up. I mean, he was so high up earlier on. He's ended up 14th. And Carriage has ended up in a championship winning position, ladies and gentlemen. That is a championship winning position. But... well, actually, if Shapalili decides to stay out, it could be a championship winning position. Because Little Piece will pit. Most likely. This will be interesting. Will Carriage actually win the title today? He could, you know. MK Bourne pits. So that's the first question. Will Carriage get by him? It's going to be a bit tight. But I can see it's happening. Master Swiss says, no chance he makes the end. So, okay then. No chance he makes the end. Where is MK Bourne? That's relating to Shapalili, by the way. MK Bourne. There is Carriage. Does he get by? Yes, he does. That is really crucial for the championship, but surely MK Bourne will get right back past again, and he knows it. As Penske and Little Piece go for side-by-side. Little Piece really struggling on 10-lap-old ultras. What on earth MK Bourne's going to be like at the end? Yeah, I'm sort of starting to agree now. There's no way the Shapalili's going to get by, is there? To the end, unless he does some madness on the tyres. It's going to be close, I'm not denying that, but he may bolt some hypers on the end and just floor him. I mean, he's comfortably on the fastest man on track at the moment. He should still come out in about 4th at the end of all this anyway. Well, then again, that could put him right to the pack, couldn't it? Well, let's find out. We're about to see. He's pitted a bit earlier than I maybe would have expected him to, but let's find out where he comes out. You'd expect him to... Well, yeah, you would expect him to be 4th, but if he isn't, there's a big pack of people behind. Who very much... Oh, Little Piece out! And MK Bourne by Carriage! And it's all happening here. I didn't actually see what happened there. And they're still fighting. You what, mate? And, sweet a minute, a 3-second time penalty for, Carriage. What happened there? Look at that in the wall. Did he just have a puncture? Did he just lose it there? Little Piece, that can't have been comforting for, you know... Man, just put the blimmin' ultras on, and Shapalili actually came out in 3rd, so I was wrong. But look at this, Johnny and Yoss. Remember when Yoss smashed his front wing to bits? Actually, not looking too bad now, is he? May have a chance. Oh, he's looking. He was looking now. He didn't quite get it done. Carriage now is still 9th. Jimmy up to 2nd though, so. Back in Jamie's court. This is his title to lose. And by that I mean keep it into the next race. Of course he's going to lose it. I don't see any way he's going to win it. But, you know, you got to keep the drama, you know. You got to give Jack a headline for next week. ILR5 title is still a thing. Please tune in. Oh yeah, buy our merch. I forgot to tell you that. Buy our merch. I'm not very good at these plugs, am I? Anyway, here comes Yoss. He could be doing with some ILR merch to help him, I don't know. Home advantage and stuff. I'm going to shut up. Here he goes. On the inside of the McLaren of Johnny. And I can see Carriage! Carriage is gone. Carriage then has retired. Now, is that in the pits? Why is he retired in the pits then? Oh dear. Has he given up? Or what? Are we going to see his cards? What? Don't tell me he's just done it on purpose. I mean, I was building all that up. Oh, he took out Little Piece. He's apologising to him in the chat. Oh, well then. Interesting. Jack, I'm saying race ban. I'm saying race ban, you know. Well, it's good news then, ladies and gentlemen. As a result of that, Jamie, if you just stay where you are, you're keeping the title alive. And I tell you what, if you win it, there's a chance you may even take the title as well. Unlikely, near enough impossible. But if Jamie can take the win now, I'm going to get my calculator out for this one because I don't know how to math. 37 points with a gap, and suddenly it wouldn't look as comfortable as you might have expected for Carriage. Yellows in sector 1 to 2 is that must be Carriage's car parking up. And my goodness, suddenly Jamie may just about have the ambition to floor it now. And I really hope he does. I really hope he's watching. Floor it! Let's see a proper challenge now. Lord Elephant up into P9 ahead of Dom Rajib. Wouldn't it be great to see Jamie actually take the win? I was saying it earlier, you know, in the stream. He needs to win at some point, doesn't he? He hasn't won yet, I don't think. He's a bit of an Nico Hulkenberg, and if there's anywhere he really needs to win a race, it's here. And the only issue is here, though, obviously, his teammate. But would his teammate help him in this? Say his teammate was to catch and inevitably pass. What does he do? Does he go for the win? Does he know? Well, he must have seen Carriage retire. He must say, okay, now I've got a chance to give my teammate the chance to go 37 points clear, or sorry, make the gap 37 points. Do I go for the win, or do I help him keep his title chances alive? It is a question that he's gonna have to answer in his own head soon, because the gap is closing rapidly. As MK Bourne goes up to P6 now ahead of Johnny, and has DRS to pull away. And Joss goes around the outside of Noel, and this is going to be another attempt failed, potentially, yes. Oh no, he's going to dive it now. No. Because Jamie now starts to fall away as Joss gets a 3-second time penalty for that. Oh, down the inside again goes Joss. This penalty hasn't really gotten down clearly. And looking at that gap, and that is closing so quickly. Shafalili easily has the pace just to even help his team to go for second place in this race, you know. And Joss running outside, getting ready for explosions, getting ready for tears, getting ready for I mean, get ready for some clean driving. So I forgot we weren't watching ILR3. And there's still a chance on the exit if he can close in, but obviously this is where whatever the hell happened between Carriage and Little Piece sent Little Piece into that wall there. And that's exceeding track limits, and Noel is going to put him a bit under pressure in the stadium section. The crowd are on their feet because Joss has just made a cracking move to get by. And Shafalili, he is now within a second. He has gained 2.5 seconds on that last lap. What does he do? Surely he's got to be aware, right, of what his teammate's situation is. As Noel goes side by side again, and MK Bourne is just working on better tyres. Yeah, you got to consider him for that P4, possibly even the podium as well, if it all goes to, you know, if it all just ticks up overhead. You never really know. Yes, Lewis, I am insulting ILR3. That's sort of a bit of a running joke here. Anyway, oh dear. Yeah, this is going to get really close, and there was damage there. Yeah. Someone there trialing a 2019 front wing, and I believe it is MK Bourne. So, yeah, you know, all time for that. But, yeah, Shafalili, what does he do? Jamie probably won't fight him that hard, will he? Let's be honest, he hasn't really fought too hard for the win today. You know, he could have fought harder. But he knows Carriage is out now, but he knows he's not quick enough. What happens here? He's defending his teammate. But there's no point. As Shafalili, he just drives clean past him. But this is what happens now. Does Shafalili, surely Shafalili, right, he has to catch Sunataja. He's going to win this race. Either he wins this race, or he gives it to his teammate. Either way, I can see a Cyber winning this. It has to be at least 1-2, I think. They have to team up and beat Sunataja. And they have to try and keep Jamie's title alive. That's surely what they're going to have to try and do, right? I mean, let me know what you're all thinking in the comments. And yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Pens. That is interesting. What about pens? Well, let's see. Well, that's just boring, isn't it? One warning. Nice one for Sumo Sagitt. Ooh, Shapley's got 2. Oh, Jamie, you embarrassed me. Okay, so Jamie's got a penalty. So that ruins everything. Thank you, Lewis, for ruining the race. Nah, there's still a chance. There is still a chance, but Jamie's miles away. Oh, he's only going to get 15 points out of this, isn't he? When the horrible truth dawns on you, Jamie's going to get 15 points. Which means the gap falls down to 47, which means it is still possible. But it could have been better. Anyway, I'm sure he will take it, won't he? I mean, he can't really not. And I think Carriage are saying... Yeah, Carriage are saying that's a cars were flying everywhere all race, couldn't miss no race, shamefully 8 little face, decided to retire because I deserve nothing else. I mean, you're being a bit hard on yourself. I mean, everyone was fighting so hard in there, it was inevitably going to be a crash. Everyone has their incidents, you know. So, you know, keep your head up. I mean, you're going to be 47 points clear at the end of this race. I really wouldn't have anything to be upset about. And Lord Elephant up into P7. And, yes, not going to fight that one at the moment because it's suicide to fight that. But what isn't suicide necessarily is this Chapelele versus Sumo Milan. I tell you, this isn't going to be a very hard fought fight for the lead at the moment. It could get more heated towards the end, as I imagine Chapelele's tires are going to wear to the point where they are extremely dangerous. But here we go. Chapelele takes back the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Sumo Milan has held on for a long time. He's held on strongly and very well indeed, but it has come to an end. Chapelele takes his cyber, and surely it's going to take out the victory unless his tyres do go towards the end, which I wouldn't be surprised to see happen. And it looks like Johnny's had to pit on them 17 lap old supers. He's going to go into the hypers. I think he's got the gap to Zween. Does he even have the gap to Orlando? Was he? Did you think about this? Maybe he's got penalties or something, but I don't really thought about that one perfectly. He's now last. But all about the fastest lap, right? Right, so what does Chapelele do? What does he do? I mean, Jamie, I'm sure he won't expect it, but I would expect it. I would honestly, right, if this was me in this situation and my teammate was behind, as Chapelele gets a penalty. So, back in Sumo Milan's court now. So, not only, now Chapelele sort of has to pull away, but, you know, if I was in Chapelele's shoes, right, and I've got my teammate in third, who needs to keep every single point he possibly can, then I would sure as hell be backing the guy behind up as much as possible. In that middle sector, I would be taking next to no speed through the S's. Oh, there's a free car incident. And Swedeman and Johnny have come together. I wonder if Orlando was involved. He may have just been avoiding it, quite frankly. Although he did lose 5 seconds, so he surely was involved. So Johnny's wonderful attempt on the Hypers lasted well, didn't it? Oops. Sector 2, more yellows. Swedeman. Oh, Swedeman has to get moving. You have to get moving. Because here comes the race leader. Has he got a puncture? Yes, he does. He can't go very quickly, and if that blows, then he... Oh, dear. They're going to cast in the car... No, not cast. They're going to cast in the stadium. And Swedeman does see them. Thank goodness for that. But Chapelele is now... Yeah, he's not going to hold anything up, is he? He's just going to go for it. He needs to make 1.5 seconds to win this race. So, it is 4 laps to go. We still have a pretty entertaining fight going on for P5. I think Yoss sort of got away from this a while ago, didn't he? He's catching a little bit off the Jacob, but not enough. It's more going to be Noel, I think, versus Lord Elephant. But they're not really very close enough to fight at the moment. It's sort of hitting the end stage of the race now. We're all sort of settled into their positions. I think they don't want to fight much more. I think the last thing they need is to have a silly accident at this stage of the race, right? So we'll see what they do. Lord Elephant is certainly very close this time. I know. Will he have a little look? Is there any way through? He's on the outside. And bit of wheel binding, side pod and tyre connecting as well, and that's just being pushed off the track there. No, yeah, didn't really have anywhere to go, did he? And more yellows. That is Don Rajiv, and he may follow the last points position. We've got Iceman coming, but Don Rajiv got spun around in time, and he's also trying a 2019 front wing there on the right hand side as Jamie gets a second penalty. I mean, Yoss isn't close enough to really do anything, but that sort of cements Jamie's third place. He will leave here 47 points behind Carriage in the World Championship, unless he, you know, loses one more place. I mean, I don't see it happening. What will be interesting though is Suma Malataja. He is still in the box seat to win this race. He is still, if he just keeps that gap under 3 seconds, he's gonna win the race. So we need to keep this one a close eye on this one. As Lord Elephant now past, no, trying to get past on MK1 as well. Yellows again, for nothing now. And the Elephant's not going to be close enough there, is he? But that's certainly something to see in the closing laps. Sumo Malanataja, I don't recall ever seeing him win. And Chapolini's may have just hit a mistake because that gap's now down to 9 tenths of a second. Remember I was saying that his tyres are going to start to get really bad towards the end of this race. They've just got really bad towards the end of this race. Look at them. He's struggling massively in this last sector. It's just sort of went in the S's. I mean, we saw earlier on where Salah was just spinning like a top. And this is yeah, this is where it gets difficult. What does Simulataja do? I mean, as far as he's aware, Chapley's got no penalties. He's got to treat him like they've both got equal non-penalty status. So he's going to do everything he can to get past. We are going to have a 2-lap fight for the lead here. Although I do suspect that it's going to go Simulataja's way. But before we see this, yellow flags, it's Iceman. He's lost his front wing. I want to quickly check the penalties before anything else goes down. There's millions of penalties for y'all, so there's no way that James is going to lose that P3. So the podium is exactly what Jamie needed today, and he is going to get it. But after today, if Jamie, after today, Jamie has to win every single race. He has to win Brazil. He has to win Abu Dhabi. There's no way around it. As Lord Elephant gets past on MK Born, his ultras are starting to get bad as well. But yeah, after today, Jamie 100% has to win the next 2 races to win this title, and it's gonna be tight. I don't know what's gonna happen. But first of all, we've got a final lap showdown. It is Chapolini versus Simulataja on the track. We've got a 6/10 gap, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 36 out of 36. Simulataja is going for it. He has got such a good run. Chapolini's got nothing to defend with, and on the inside, Simulataja, he's gonna win it on the track, surely, as well as on penalties if he can just stay ahead. What does Chapolini do? He's gonna have a good exit, but is it good enough? And there's DRS to Simulataja as well. Now Chapolini fancies a dive bomb. He knows he's got a penalty. Is it worth it? He's gonna go for a late one. Actually, he's gonna prepare for the next double right-hander here. There's just nowhere to go. And Simulataja, he's struggling now as well, I think. He's not having the best time as MK Born gets a penalty. That could actually cost him P7. I don't know if I've seen any penalties from Noel pop up, but now in the S's, Chapolini's just useless, isn't he? Can't do anything to defend. And Simulataja in his Haas. He was going to win it anyway on penalties, but he's been able to do it on the track. On the final lap, he's been able to pass both the Cybers during this race. And as the confetti flies, only one more turn to go. And Simulataja is coming around the final corner to win the Mexican Grand Prix in ILR5. A great performance. Chapolini finishes second. Jamie keeps his title alive. He is 47 points behind the championship leader. carriage, and somehow he has managed to keep it alive. Jos finishes in 4th place, and we've got Lord Elephant. Is that a puncture? He's going to lose that place. Was it a puncture? Trying to see, I don't know if it was a puncture or not, but he's just fallen right. Was he out of fuel? He's out of fuel. Lord Elephant, he actually kept P5 in the end though, thanks to penalties. NK born 6th, Noel 7th, you are 8th, Pinsky 9th, and I think Johnny, despite the fact he just crashed, is actually still going to get P10. I mean, a lot must have happened at the end there. I was more focused on the lead stuff. But yeah, Johnny to the line, P10. Will Landine get it on penalties or anything? Yes, he does get it on penalties. And so, that is it then. That has been certainly a highlight for the season. I would personally put it among the very best we've seen this season. It is a Haas driver who is on the top set of the podium. It is Subal Nataja. A stunning victory here at the Mexican Grand Prix. He had to pass both of these guys on track. The 2 Cybers weren't quite good enough today. Shapley was 2nd and Jamie was 3rd, just about keeping his title alive. But it is by the slimmest of margins. 47 points. And it's gonna be tight. I mean, if Carriage has another 2 races like this one and Jamie can ever actually win, there's a chance, but it's looking unlikely, to be brutally honest with you. But let's just confirm the provisional order. Similar Tangent from Shapley, Kane not able to win a race, Jamie, Yoss in 4th, Lord Elephant 5th, love him. MK born 6th, Noel 7th, You Want Me, T205 in 8th, Pinsky in 9th, and Orlando. That is 10th. That is your point scores then. Outside the point, Johnny, Dom Regime, Iceman, Sweetama, Carriage, Little Piece, Salah, and Smudge. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been your ILR5 Mexican Grand Prix. Of course, we still got ILR4 and ILR3 coming up at 8. Tune into whichever one you want. You know, I'm an ILR3. You know, watch me. I'm better. Actually, I'm not, but I mean, listen, it's gonna be fun. You know, Paul McGuinness, he likes to fall through tracks. I mean, it hasn't happened yet this season. Has to happen eventually. Anyway, yeah, buy our merch, and I'll see you on Sunday for the ILR2 Mexican Grand Prix. Obviously, there's no title to go for there, but still for fun. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week. Ciao. Safe travel.